is coming together. We're looking off towards the north. We've got radar satellite expanded across the south central United States and up towards the Midwest. Colder air is coming into the plains, changing over rain to snow, but first a little bit of ice. This ice branch that you see is slowly growing over time as that cold air really undercuts into the rain. We're going to watch the pink start to expand the next several hours, and by tomorrow we'll get rain, but then eventually we'll get some of that pink color indicating ice and sleet, and then later into Thursday morning we'll switch over to some snow. But the winter storm's just getting on going, especially right along I-44. You've got a lot of heavy rain from Joplin to St. Louis. Once the rain changes over to snow, a lot of folks in Missouri and Illinois are going to be picking 1 to 2 feet of snow. They just got to change over. They'll be doing that shortly tonight. In northwest Arkansas and the River Valley, we've just got showers right now, pretty much area-wide across Arkansas itself. But you're starting to notice that change towards Wichita, Tulsa, and Oklahoma City. We're still in the green. We're still with rain in Springfield, but it's rain as well. Kansas City's changed over to snow and sleet too. Now here at home, we've noticed a little bit of an uptick in some of the rain throughout the River Valley and northwest Arkansas. We've kind of decreased some of the rain temporarily. We had a little bit rain closer to sunset or so. The rain continues to lift on through the area. We got winter storm warnings in effect for all of northwest Arkansas and a huge chunk of the River Valley, all of eastern Oklahoma too. Still waiting on the National Weather Service to determine what they want to do after the winter storm watch for Scott County and Logan County. Could be an ice storm warning, could be a winter storm warning as well, just like the pink color, or maybe a winter weather advisory. But all these weather alerts stretch from Texas towards the Great Lakes. It's a big storm. The reason why we're going to be impacted maybe some of the most across the country is because all the different types of weather are coming right towards us. Yes, Missouri and Illinois are getting a mix right now, but they're mainly going to get snow once that rain pushes on out and that colder air comes in. We're going to get a mix of ice and sleet before we transition over to snow. So we'll create a base of some ice and then put a couple inches of snow on top. Wednesday, we'll probably change over that ice in northwest Arkansas for the afternoon, maybe even late morning. And the River Valley will be closer to sunset when we transition over to ice. And then Thursday is mainly more of a snowy day area-wide. We've continued to update these maps with the ice across Arkansas, continue to push it a little bit farther south. We've also noticed the band for the potential for ice may be actually a little bit wider across central Arkansas, maybe even clipping parts of Logan County. If we zoom in just a little bit closer, southern LaFleur County, Scott County, and even southern Logan County. That does include Paris and Mount Magazine and kind of clipping towards Boonville. We have the chance to get a ½ inch of ice very close to Knoxville, Lamar, and Russellville. We have the chance for that ½ inch of ice too. You get a little bit less once you head northbound, a ¼ inch of ice, Poteau, Fort Smith, Van Buren, Ozark, most of Franklin County, Crawford County. Once you get north into northwest Arkansas, from Fayetteville and University north to Bentonville and Bella Vista, maybe just a trace to a 1/10 of an inch of ice. So we're not expecting as many power outages at the moment in northwest Arkansas because we'll get to it. More snowfall's on the way. In the River Valley, we have a higher chance of those power outages, especially if you were in that purple color. Southern LaFleur County, Scott County, and parts of Logan County. We have the higher chance for power outages. Generally, when we get between a ¼ inch to ½ inch of ice, we can get scattered power outages for 1 to 2 days. The latest snowfall maps, we continue to slowly budge things towards the south. What do we mean? Colder air is coming in with this storm. We continue to trend it snowier rather than icier. I mean, that's good news, except we still have a good ice threat across the River Valley. But in northwest Arkansas, we've really diminished the ice threat. We're still going to get some ice. We'll probably accumulate that close to lunchtime tomorrow, and then throughout the rest of the afternoon, it's going to get slick. And the River Valley will wait a little bit later towards early Thursday morning to really get things slick. But those snowfall totals really start to ramp up once you head north into Missouri and parts of northeast Oklahoma, 8 inches, maybe even closer to a foot or so. But throughout most of northwest Arkansas, I should say, about 4 to 6 inches, maybe a little bit more for a few of us too. Latest timeline, we start to switch over to that freezing rain right around lunchtime in northwest Arkansas. A few of us, especially west towards Silent Springs or north towards Bella Vista, we may do it a little bit earlier. In the River Valley, we'll stick with those light rain showers on and off throughout the day. Actually, not a terrible day. Yes, it's getting colder. We won't actually get towards that ice threat until later into the evening, probably just after sunset. Another way to look at it in northwest Arkansas, kind of got the rain and the sleet, the freezing rain for your Wednesday, and then Thursday is just an accumulating snow, and that's where we're going to pick up several inches. In the River Valley, we'll wait for the snow a little bit. We got a little bit more warm air to deal with first. We'll switch over to that freezing rain and sleet later tomorrow evening, and throughout the overnight hours is likely to get very slick. Here's the latest with Futurecast. Rain continues tonight, and then we got to watch that rain snow line. We're just watching it in Missouri and parts of Kansas. It eventually will dive south tomorrow late morning. early afternoon, impacting northwest Arkansas first, where we'll switch over to some sleet and some ice. In the River Valley, we'll still hold on to rain until closer to sunset or so, and then we'll break through with temperatures dropping. Ice continues to fall. That's that pink color. And then in northwest Arkansas, we switch over to pure snow. We'll do it a little bit later in the River Valley, but eventually we all should at least get some snow, with more bands settling in Thursday evening and maybe a few for Friday morning too. So we've got red weather alerts for the next 2 days. Make sure you stay weather aware. In the River Valley as well, we got weather alerts. Make sure you stay safe. Make sure you keep it local. We'll keep you advised.